Hi everyone, welcome back to C programming tutorial series. From past few videos I have been working on a very important concept of C programming, which is decision making with if statement. In my last video I completed all the types of if statement. Okay. The last type of if statement which I discussed in my previous video was else if ladder. If you guys have not seen that video, then I just recommend you guys to watch that video so that you will get a better understanding on the concept of else if ladder. And with today's video I am starting another type of decision making, which is the switch statement. Okay. So before coming to today's topic, which is the switch statement, I just want to tell you guys that if you guys like this video, click on like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And if you guys have any questions, then let me know in the comment section. Now let us start our discussion with today's topic of switch statement. Okay. Now the first point is, we have seen that when one of the many alternatives is to be selected, we can use an if statement to control the selection. Okay. So we have seen various types of if statement, and each and every of those if statement was allowing us to select one of the alternative from set of alternatives. Okay, and we were using if statements to does that work. But there is another approach is also present, which we will be going to see in this video. However, the complexity of such a program increases dramatically when the number of alternatives increases. So what is the disadvantage of if and various types of if statement? That when the number of alternatives gets increases dramatically, then the program becomes complex, then the difficulty gets increases as the number of alternatives gets increases. So the program becomes difficult to read and follow. Okay, so as on the number of alternatives or the options in if else if statements gets increases, the program becomes difficult to read as well as follow or understand. Next point is, at times it may confuse even the person who designed it. This may also be possible that the person who had written the code using if else if statements, for that person also it becomes difficult to understand. Fortunately, C has a built-in multi-way decision statement known as a switch. Okay. Fortunately, to overcome these problems, we have another built-in multi-way decision statement in C programming, and the name of that multi-way decision statement is switch. Okay. The switch statement tests the value of a given variable against a list of case values, and when a match is found, a block of statement associated with that case is executed. Now let us discuss the next slide, the general form of switch statement. So here you can see I have written down the general form of a switch statement. Okay. So the switch statement starts with the keyword switch followed by the expression. This expression is a variable which holds the value, and this is the value which we will be taking with each and every case to compare. So this expression, as I have said, is a variable which holds the value. Then control will come inside the switch statement, where there will be a set of cases available. Now the variable value gets matched with the case 1. So if both of these values, the value stored under the variable and the case value gets matched, then block 1 gets executed. Once the block 1 gets executed, then it will break from that case. Okay. So if the value stored inside the variable didn't get matched with the case 1 value, then it gets checked or matched with the case 2 value. Okay. If the value stored inside the variable gets matched with the case 2, then the block present under case 2 gets executed and then break. Like this, the value gets checked with each and every cases. Whichever case value the expression gets matched, that block gets executed. Okay. Suppose if the variable value didn't get matched with any of the cases, then there is a default block is also present. Okay. In that case, default block statement gets executed and then break. Okay. And then at the end, statement X gets executed. So this is what the general form of switch statement. Now we will see the flowchart of switch statement. So from here the entry will take place, and here this switch expression which you see here. Okay, so here from the switch expression the control will come to different cases. Okay, so whatever value stored under the variable, if that value gets matched with the value 1 of case 1, then block 1 gets executed. If the value stored under the variable get matched with the value 2 of case 2, then block 2 gets executed, and then control will come here to execute the statement X. Okay, like this it will be keep on checking the value stored under the variable with each and every case value. Whichever case value gets matched, that block gets executed and control will come to statement X. If none of the cases gets executed, then control will come to default block. Now let us see an example program. Okay, so here I have written a simple C program which will take marks of 3 subjects, then make the total, then percentage, and here I have included the switch statement to switch between the total and percentage. So first this program accept the marks of 3 subjects, then once the user enter the marks of 3 subjects, then 3 options will display to the user like total, percentage and exit, and the user will select any of the option. Suppose the user select 1, then total will get displayed to the user. Suppose next time user will accept 2, then percentage will display to the user. Suppose if the user want to exit, then the user will press 3 to exit and go back to the code. So this is the output of this program. Okay, now let us discuss. Okay, so here I have included the header file, then inside the void main function I have declared few variables m1, m2, m3, total and percentage, and each and every of these variables of type float, and then another variable value of type integer. Next I am displaying a message to the user to accept the marks of first subject. Okay, and then here I am again asking the user another message to accept the marks of second subject and then third subject. Okay, so like this the marks of 3 subjects get stored inside the m1, m2, m3 variables using the scanf. Okay, next I am using a do while statement. Okay, so inside the do while statement I have kept these statements. Okay, so these statements gets executed repeatedly until this condition gets satisfied. Until and unless user enter 3 to exit, these set of statements will be executed. Okay, so when the program gets executed and when the user enters the marks of 3 subject, the user will see these 3 options, and then it will ask the user to enter the choice. Then user will enter the choice, say 1. Okay, then total and percentage gets calculated, and now user has entered the choice as 1. That 1 gets stored inside this value variable. Okay, and that value I have passed to switch. So then control will come inside the switch statement. Then the value stored inside the value variable, which is 1, gets matched with the case 1. Okay, so now 1 and the case 1, both of these value gets matched. That means total gets printed out. Okay, suppose user has entered 2, that means the user wants to see the percentage. Then value variable will hold the value 2. Then that 2 didn't get matched with case 1. 2 will get matched with the case 2. Okay, since the user has entered 2 to see the percentage, then the percentage gets displayed. If the user has entered 3 to exit, then the value variable will hold the value of 3. Then this 3 gets matched with 1, didn't get matched. That means it will move ahead to match with the case 2. 3 didn't get matched to 2. Then next will be the last case, which is the default case. So if none of the cases get satisfied, then the user might have entered the option 3. That comes under the default, and I will display go back to program. Okay, so the moment when the user enter 3, the value gets matched with the value 3. Okay, that means the while gets stopped and the control will come out from the while loop, and we will go back to the program. So this is what the entire explanation for this simple program using switch statement. So that's all for this video, guys. If you guys like this video, click on like button, share it with your friends, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and if you guys have any questions, then let me know in the comment section, and I will see you guys in my next video, and thanks for watching.